Oh my gosh. Hello my creative friends, Olga Soby here and welcome to new acrylic pouring video. Today we're gonna try something new. But first of all, tell me, do you like to work on color split base? And if so, how do you approach the selection of colors for your color split? Do you like to use mostly black and white, or maybe you like more colorful backgrounds? For me, I usually like to go either for black and white, or I would use one chromatic and one achromatic color. So achromatic is color black, white, and all the values of gray, and chromatic color is the rest of the colors of the visible spectrum or the color wheel. One of the projects that I've been really thinking to try for a while now is going out of my comfort zone with this and trying out combinations of two chromatic colors. And today we're gonna start with Prussian blue and light rose colors. I think this is gonna be a very interesting color combination for my color split base, and these are going to be the colors of the gradient flow. I still want to continue the exploration of different gradients, so these are gonna be the colors of a flow, color split. Let's see how it turns out. So without further ado, let's get right into the process. Okay, so light rose and Prussian blue. Prussian blue is a shade of blue color and it's very rich, dark, vibrant color. Light rose is a tint of reddish violet color. Very delicate, very light, very subtle color, I would say. Together, these two make exclusively contrasting couple, and I think this color combination is going to be very elegant in nature. But something that they do have in common is that both of these colors are quite muted. This has some black, this has some white, so the initial color is not as saturated. That's why I think when working on more of a muted base, some brighter colors will pop super nicely, and the muted base will also help my bright colors stand out even more. So let's see how it turns out. Let's see if the theory is the same as practice. Tell me, do you like learning all this color theory tips and terms from me? I would love to hear your feedback on that, so please let me know in the comments below. And first, let's start with the secret message. Elegance is the secret message for today's piece, because I really do hope that this color combination is going to be very contrasting and powerful, yet very elegant. And I'm gonna go for diagonal composition. This is one of my favorite layouts when it comes to blowing techniques and gradient effect in particular. Gonna use my spatula to cover the surface and move these colors around. Okay, let's torch this out. This is a mini butane torch in case you're new to fluid art and wondering what is this tool. It just helps to pop the air bubbles that are in the paint. It can also help you stimulate the cell reaction in your pour. So for my gradients, this is also something new for me. I have 3 reds and 1 blue, but first of all, I want to add some white inside of my Prussian blue. And today I want to try adding all of my gradient flow colors inside of one color. Usually I do them sort of in criss-cross motion, in chess order, should I say. But today, let's do it differently. Plus the white will create some nice colors when mixed with Prussian blue, and it will help my colors stand out better on such a dark base. This color here is brilliant blue. Next one is a mix of carmine and red violet. Add a few drops of it in my brilliant blue as well. Oops. This is carmine with some magenta. And this color here is red purple. Add a touch of this blue inside of here. And of course I want to add some gold. I think it will also look awesome in this color palette. And I want to add some white on top as well to help my colors pop even more, and it will also help with some lacing. And the reason I keep this last puddle so far from here is because I want to blow towards the top, so I'm leaving a little bit of extra room today to let that puddle flow and create beautiful petal. Okay, do I want to add more color? No, I don't think so. Today I'm keeping it rather simple. And oh my god, I already love how this light rose and Prussian blue work together. You know what? I want to do something different. I want to have a little bit of white in my light rose base. I'm gonna blow it out. I think it will create interesting effect and add a dimension in my flow. So let's do that right away before I blow out those puddles. Yeah, I love how that looks. Okay. I'm so excited to see how this turns out. I'm going to take a moment to plan this out. I added a little bit of paint because based on this blowout, it looks beautiful and I love how it works. So I want to have a little bit of extra paint. So this looks gorgeous. This little pops of color also work well. They balance it out. I want to work on some details and give a little bit more movement to this flow. These two colors, brilliant blue and mix of carmine and blue violet, they also make such an interesting color combination. I'm thinking about doing it for another color split of its own for the base. What do you think? These colors also make super interesting contrast together. I think I might want to work on more details, but before I go further, I want to do the finger swipe. It always helps to connect the flow and also see the composition better. I don't know. But this time, I want to connect it from the center as well. This section, I don't know, it kind of bothers me, honestly. I like it. I love how these colors work together, but I would like them to be a little bit more blended. So before doing my finger swipe, I want to try to blow this out again. Oh, they make gorgeous violet together. Oh my gosh. This is definitely must try for color split. Would you like me to do the whole series of different combinations for color split? Let me know in the comments. I love the delicate movement at the top and dramatic contrast here to balance up the top. Yeah, nice. I love having a little bit of this color. Okay, so we're going so far from gradient already. There is no smooth transition, but just loving how these colors work. Okay, I'm gonna make this line a little softer. Alright, let's do the finger swipe. Oh, that wasn't nice. I don't like when this little thing's sticking out, but they're super easy to fix. I just like to bring them back right with my finger. This painting looks like a fairy tale. It has such a beautiful effervescent energy and very minimal negative space. There is a lot of action everywhere and I love it. It doesn't look to me too busy. It looks more like energy of happiness. I don't know. It just has all this uprising movement and soft, delicate, very contrasting colors. And I think it worked very well that I added some blue here and here. Without it, it wasn't balanced enough. Well, those colors tend to dry much darker, so let's see how it looks then. Keep watching, I will be right back to show you fully finished result. Alright, and here it is all done. I covered it with a layer of epoxy resin for this beautiful, glossy, shiny finish. And I would say this painting turned out quite unique. It has very soft, blossoming appearance, with this pink colors and petal type of shapes, but it's also full of very distinct uprising and expanding energy. So you can see this movement. So this painting, this composition is definitely very dynamic. And I'm gonna name this painting Spring Melody. I think it fits it so perfectly with all this powerful movement, yet delicate details, super gorgeous soft pinks and floral elements. And I think this color combination worked out pretty amazing. I love, there are so many beautiful sections where this blue blends into reddish violet color. I'm so glad that I added blue here and here. This way it's definitely more balanced. The Prussian blue is a little too dark, I would say. There's too much dark, but at the same time it worked amazing with the soft pink. And I think it looks interesting. I definitely want to experiment with more different combinations for my color split base, so more experiments coming up. And I love how inside of this darker section there is such a bright golden core of this flow. Also, I'm glad that I added all those splashes and splatters here. It definitely makes these areas more interesting, but at the same time I kind of wish that I had a little more negative space. But even though it's so busy here, having those clean wood sides, it really frames the front of the painting and sort of balances out all the action that's happening here. I love this part a lot. This is probably my favorite area, where this gold blends into red and pink and sort of vanishes into some Prussian blue and soft pink base. Definitely gorgeous. Right, you guys, so that was the first experiment with different interesting color combinations for the color split base. Please let me know how do you like the outcome. I would love to hear from you. As always, we'll chat with you in the comments under the video and see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care you guys.